So today's been a very, I would say, interesting day, but I'd be lying completely. It's been a pretty crappy day. It's been sort of absolutely freezing like it was yesterday, and just felt very lethargic. Not really done much, and just felt almost have thought about doing or releasing, uploading, however you want to call it, the fish filleting video I recorded yesterday, and editing that and fish that only. And I thought, just sort of, it just seems a bit lazy, you know. So I've got that in the bag, basically. I mean, that's fine, I've got that in the bag, but it seems quite lazy to then not record something else and put something else out, and I can use that as an excuse. And the point here is to not use that as an excuse, is to basically, is every day. So it's every day, bro, remember. So I'm recording this just kind of as something. I'm gonna, it's evening. I'm just gonna see what pearls of wisdom I can kind of share off the cuff. And I guess it's similar to yesterday, where it's a thing of, it's getting something done. It takes that sort of almost military style obsessive quality to kind of get things going, because it's so easy, and I'm sure you must relate to this as well. So easy just to slip into that either lethargy or the old way of doing things that you may have been doing. And I myself, so easy at that. This week the kids have been with us all week because it's been half term, and so that throws your perhaps schedule off because they're there. But also, it just changes the dynamic completely. Certainly from my perspective, if you have full-time kids, then it's I'm not saying that's easier, but it's just a different dynamic. And I think that, but it's also easy to use that as an excuse. So if there's a slight sort of misgiving or slight weakness in your daily kind of resolve to actually get things done, it's very easy, and I know I am equally guilty of this, it's very easy to sort of then use anything as the excuse. Oh, it's the cold weather, that's the reason. Or, oh, I've got the kids for the week, that's the reason, next week. Which is one of those things why it's always like New Year's resolutions, or the diet always starts on Monday. It's always that kind of thing where it's actually, you're just attaching that sort of event, i.e. the new year or the new week, and thinking, okay, this week's been a bit because of X, Y, Z, therefore, but Monday I'm going to be going for it. And so it's very easy to attach a reason or an excuse to something else, when actually the problem is within here and here. And I can't remember who said this quote. It could be my good friend Brian Finale, or not, I'm not 100% sure, but I know it has been said that the most difficult journey you can do in life is 18 inches, and it's between your head and your heart. It's getting sort of out of your head and sort of more in line with your heart and your feelings, your energy and your soul, and what you truly want to do, and living that sort of honest, real life, as opposed to just being all up in here and thinking, and am I as good as somebody else, or have I got as much money as somebody else, or have I got, from a YouTube perspective, have I got as many subs as someone else, and all this kind of garbage. Whereby, if you just kind of just live a fulfilled and honest, and your life just being you live as you, doing you, then there's no comparison. It's just you living life that you want to, caring about the things that you honestly care about, not all the crap and that you ought to care about. No, live your life about you, and cut the excuses, cut the crap, and just live your life and do what you want to do. I'm not obviously saying at the expense of other people, and don't become a asshole and be horrible to people because that's what you want to do. That's not what I'm saying, but I think fundamentally, deep down, everyone is a decent person, and has true and honest, heartfelt reasons for doing things in life, and just go with that. And that's one of the sort of the hard things, because it's kind of letting go of all the trappings of of society at the moment. And obviously I'm not talking about become sort of a sort of a nomad and a sort of just get rid of all your worldly possessions. If you want to do that, it's completely, that's not my point. My point is sort of get rid of all the and all of the I suppose that what we feel we ought to do, the social, perhaps the social obligations we feel, as opposed to just something that we actually truly believe. And often those two are quite different. You know, what we feel we ought to be doing and actually what we truly would love to be doing are often different. A business example of that would be if you truly love dolls, you know, or stuffed animals or something like that, that kind of toy. That's your passion. You love the different designs and everything about them, full stop. But people have said to you, nah, you can't, you know, you can't have a business around that. You know, you have to have a business around selling cosmetics. Using a sort of a random example, that's a proper business. So you're sort of doing the cosmetics thing. I'm saying that because that's kind of a classic sort of network marketing or skincare thing. You're sort of doing that as your business, but your heart's not in it. You know, you can see there's potential and you might believe in the business model, etc. But your heart's not in it. It's not what you truly want to do. You don't really give a damn about skincare or cosmetics, but you care about dolls or stuffed animals. And so, but because that's not what people think, that's not a proper business, you don't do that. And then you're constantly kind of almost existing and just sort of skimming through, doing what you feel you should be doing, but as opposed to what you want to be doing. And there's a ton of business around stuffed animals, dolls, or whatever it may be. It's just doing it, and it's, you know, the fact that you like it and you have a passion about it, it's very likely that there's multiple people in the world that have the same passion and interest. Very likely. And so, you know, there's your market, there's your audience, there's your network to connect in with those people. And yeah, then you'll be more fulfilled and happier, and you're doing something what you truly want to do. And one of the biggest challenges I'll give to you now is, are you doing what truly fires you up? Not what you try to convince yourself fires you up, but are you doing what really fires you up every day? If you had no money worries, time worries, commitments, anything like that, are you doing what would you still do the same thing every single day if you didn't get paid for it, if you didn't have to do it, anything like that? That's the key. If you're truly passionate about something, you do it no matter what. Rain or shine, money or no money, doesn't matter. That's what you do because you're passionate about it. Simple as that. If the answer to that is no, well, change it. Easier said than done, I know, but you can start the process. So my challenge to you is, ask yourself deeply in the mirror, are you doing what you really truly want to do? And if not, change it. Simple as that. That's my kind of Sunday, very short, very blunt, straight on, no B-roll, words to wisdom vlog for today. I'm going to try and do the filleting fish one as well, release both, but we'll see how it goes, see how time goes. But I just want to kind of share that because that's also, just saying those words has kind of fired me up a bit as well. So hope you've had a great weekend. I wish you well. Please, you know, if you've got any value from this, I'd love to hear what fires you up. What doesn't fire you up, and what maybe you want to change or anything like that. I said I respond to every single comment always. And yeah, I wish you a very good week ahead. Remember, a new week is a new start, a new possibility. So smash like, subscribe if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate that. It would mean the world. And have a great rest of the day wherever you are, whenever you're listening to this and watching this as well. And see you tomorrow. Bye bye.